This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. I know y'all like that, right? So there's a few things that we're going to get into tonight. It's been a lot of noise in these streets, and we're going to explain and expose all the misinformation and propaganda that these reaction channels is doing about Cooley and no Fugazee. So let's get down to business. One of my tenets are manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of going to the root, the cause of things. And many viewers out there have been manipulated by watching these reaction channels from these big platforms. So now let's actually go to the root of how this all actually started. So now I'm going to play clip number 1 where they edited things out to make it seem like I said I was a top tier man. Day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year. And I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Hold on, before we go, what's your math saying?
A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
All right. So you just got finished with that clip, and that was the edited version of the clip. So here's the full version of the clip, right? Let's go ahead and play that. That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I
we're
don't
speaking
care about
about
going broke or none of that.
So since
You
we're speaking about,
you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard? Well, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
as you can see in that clip, I never said I was a top tier man. As you can also see in that clip, the woman, she spoke about values. I spoke about tiers. I spoke about the prerequisites, the things that a man has to meet before a woman even gives him a chance. So generally speaking, women are attracted to height, income, and race. That's to get the man in the door. The values and his character and his personality and him being a virtuous individual, that comes after the man meets the woman's prerequisites. So what that woman just stated was manipulation. She spoke about the effects. I actually spoke about the cause. I went to the root of it. So think about it. If a woman actually did meet a man and he embodied all of those values that that woman stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance. And most women wouldn't either. Now, since you just watched that clip and you got the truth, now let's get into the next lie that they told.
That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky.
One, chick does not have a BBL. Y'all saying BBL Becky. Y'all funny. So as you all just witnessed in that clip, it shows that, oh, well, Cooley is saying these things about not dating a single mom, but he's actually dating one. So hypocritical. Well, let's actually play some clips where I always speak about these things on my podcast, and I've never lied about my life. And I have almost 2 million followers on TikTok where it shows my personal life. So how can they be exposing anything when I put this out there for the world to see? And I've spoke about these things many times on my podcast. You're in the 18 percentile like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out. Okay, so now you just heard that clip where you got the truth now. Now let's get into another clip where I actually tell men that don't have any kids not to date single moms. Men that do have kids that have full custody of their kids, that's an exception to the rule if you have full custody of your kids, because only 18% of fathers win custody battles. So you're in the exception, man. And when you have full custody of your kid, women that don't have kids necessarily don't understand the obligations that it takes when having kids. So if you can find a woman that doesn't have kids, that does understand the obligations, that's a great thing. But if you can't, then there's a higher probability that a woman that has kids, she can understand those obligations. But there's many red flags that those single moms be having. So still try to avoid them. But if you can find one that doesn't have all of those red flags, but you have a kid, maybe it's not a bad idea. But still, it's nonsensical to even say, because generally speaking, most of them do. I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule. With that being said, I still recommend you guys stay away from single moms. The man has bigger stake if he chooses to date a single mother and take her seriously, because she comes with kids. Now, a man that has kids and a woman that has kids, okay, that's a mixed family. It's like, okay, y'all both coming in with baggage. But a man that doesn't have no kids shouldn't look a single mom's way. So there has been no lies. Nothing has been exposed. I've always talked about this stuff on my full panel podcast with women and on my debate shows when I have men on. So a hypocrite is someone that tells someone, I don't do this. That ain't me. I don't stand for this. But then they go head out and do it. That's what a hypocrite is. Just want to let y'all know. That is true. We can all agree to that. So all of these podcasts is making reactions to me. They saying that I'm hypocritical because they think that, oh, here's another red pill guy making talking points like all of these other podcasts. So he must view himself as like a bachelor and this high value guy, where if you watch No Fugazi, I'm not a bachelor, I'm a father. So my values and everything that I embody is much different from these other type of red pill podcasts that y'all watch. Y'all just new people coming in right now, just talking a whole lot. So it's like having an essay on a book that's 20 chapters and you only read 4 of the chapters, and then you make a conclusion off the book based off of those 4 chapters that you read. So a lot of people in the comments and stuff like that currently right now is like, oh, no, he's just trying to cover up. No, bro, you don't watch my content. As you've seen, I lost no subscribers. My Instagram is still the same. So all of this noise and stuff like that, my true supporters are still rocking with me. Y'all just here. Y'all knew. So since y'all knew, y'all gonna get this work too. And actually, I am going to open it up for some of the haters because I like the debate and I'm here to roast people today. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
Oh, yeah, my name is Vontae.
Vontae.
Yes, sir. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I stay in Florida now.
Okay, word. What you here to debate? What you here to speak about?
Yeah, I'm listening to what you're saying and everything, though, but it's like, it's so weird because it's like, it's not what you preach out to your community. Like, as much as you want to sit here and say that you might have put this out to the world, to the third, everything you say to your community about.
You thought that? Okay, so maybe you didn't see the clips. When did you come into the stream?
Well, I've been into the stream.
So you seen the beginning videos where I played little clips that I spoke about, literally the same thing that I said today, I spoke about to my audience. You seen that, right?
Yeah.
So that means that, well, time out. So that means that you're a liar.
It's still contradicting yourself because it's not what you done said in your previous videos. Everything.
No, I've always said that.
Everything you do right now is what you trying to prove for yourself right now.
No. True. Listen, true. When you watch the videos in the beginning of this live stream, I play clips, not from now. I play clips from previous podcasts, right? Where I said exactly what I'm saying now, meaning that I didn't lie. I've always been truthful about my personal life. My personal life has almost 2 million TikTok followers, right? So you just said that, well, you haven't said this stuff before, but you are now saying it. This is why it's hypocritical. I'm telling you that you're a liar.
How am I lying? I'm telling you what you're coming at your mouth saying this stuff about, single mothers and stuff like that. This is stuff at your own mouth. Regardless of what it is, but your personal life doesn't match what you're preaching out to the world. I'm confused. Like,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So your
personal life is not what you telling everybody else out here to do in the world.
That's what you think. Got it. Cool. So you just said something that, well, what you preach out of your mouth is hypocritical to your own personal life, right? So when someone is giving advice or telling someone what's best to do, should they speak about that in the general or should they speak about it anecdotally? Maybe you may not understand what I'm saying. Say if you have a son, right, for example, and you're telling your son, it'll be best that you don't talk to a girl that's dancing on a stripper pole. And then let's say that the son's mother, she was a stripper. Would that be hypocritical for the father to tell his son what's best to do? Yes or no?
No, it wouldn't be. I mean, he's doing this. He's telling him something that he, from his experience, that he messed up, right? So
would it be hypocritical? Yes or no?
What? No, it won't be hypocritical.
Okay, so stop it there, True. Stop it there, True. It's true. Just listen. We're gonna walk through the logic okay?
Right.
Let's just walk through the logic, man. Okay, cool. So it wouldn't be hypocritical for a father to tell his son not to do something if he just did it because he wants to advise. Anytime you're giving advice, you want to tell someone what's best to do. So you agree to that. So he's given advice, general advice to his son, but most of those women he should avoid because most of them are whores. Your camera went off, bro. What happened? So you just proved my point. Now he just went off. So he left. I guess he ain't want to smoke. Who knows? Because he knew he was wrong. Let's get some real logical thinking people in here. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
Hey, I'm Chris from Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, Chris. And you here for the smoke?
No, I don't want no smoke, Cooley, man. I was kind of swayed a little bit. I'm gonna just call out some names. I listened to O'Shea Duke Jackson for years, and I had to put some comments in his comment section because I felt like a lot of people, black people, can be racist. Let me just tell you like this. We can be racist sometimes, overly racist, and I know that's probably, people will say that's not possible, but I think it is. And I think that because your old lady is Caucasian, a lot of people want to be against that. They want to say, oh, he with a snow bunny. And that's what I see more people were pressed on. More, you know that. They were pressed on more that she's Caucasian. If she was black, I don't think it would have been too much heat. But because she's white, oh my God, he's with a white woman. We got him now, this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, Dr. Umar, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you because I see your clips. I'm not sure if I follow the channel or not, but I see your clips. There you go. I see your clips all over social media, and it's always good knowledge. And I've watched a couple of the podcasts and stuff like that. And everybody says, oh man, that dude be spitting. But with humans, people are always trying to find something to knock you down. If they might think, oh, he's 6'4", he think he all that, or he handsome, the chicks like him and stuff like that. Dudes are gonna hate on other dudes. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? So they like what you're doing. And I've heard even O'Shea say, oh, I like what he's doing, but he was shooting at you. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with him too.
So you are here to admit that you've almost been manipulated by the propaganda.
I can be honest, because if somebody that you rock with, me and O'Shea are not friends, but I followed him for years. If somebody that you rock with is saying one thing, you're going to take your brother's side or you're going to take your homeboy's side. Yeah. So I said, let me watch a couple of videos, and I was just happened to be on YouTube tonight, and I saw this, and I said, oh, let me see what he's talking about, because I know everybody was gunning at him or whatever. Yeah. And it just seemed like it was a little bit just overly, just come on, dog. Like the dude didn't do nothing like that. So I watched some of the stuff they put on. I can be honest, one clip that somebody put up is from I guess is your TikTok or something. Yeah. With the interracial dating, I think it was with your son or something like that. I didn't really rock with that too much. I didn't, go crazy about it. But I was like, that's a little bit cringe, you know what I'm saying? But it's your thing. That's what y'all want to do. That's you and your old lady want to do. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But there's always going to be somebody that has an opinion. An opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair enough,
it's just
man.
like
So,
that.
yo, man, and I would say that thank you for calling in, Chris, and being being mentally strong to say, hey, this is a podcast that I always watch, and you know, this guy's my guy, so I'm going to take it off face value what you did. But then you was also curious to say, let me check up on Cooley and, you know, get his standpoint. You listen, you seen the clips that I've always been a man of my word. I've always spoke about my personal life. I always spoke about, you know, everything. So yeah, man, I would say, Chris, bro, I appreciate you.
I didn't know anything about your personal life, and neither did I care. Because it's not my business. I don't watch you for, what is he doing? That's gay. Like that. Not, so I can't say that word.
No, you good.
That's not men. Men don't do stuff like that. I'm not worried about what you're doing in your personal life. I think just like the dude that was on before me, why you getting so emotional about somebody that you don't know? Like I'm sitting here watching this dude getting crazy. I'm like, bro, calm down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man. And that's the thing. Like the guy previously, he was speaking on something where he contradicted himself right then and there. He said, I put out a hypothetical. He said yes to the hypothetical. I said, my nigga, I matched the hypothetical. So what are you saying? So I'm not a hypocrite. So he tried to call me the hypocrite, but then I matched the hypothetical. So it's like, I am not. So I guess I'm not a hypocrite. So it's people that call in, bro, that have low IQ. People that watch the channel, sometimes they got low IQ, but I want to congratulate you for, you know, actually being able to see the truth and not being susceptible to misinformation and propaganda. Salute to you, man. And hey, don't stop watching. I would never say don't watch anyone. O'Shea funny. I ain't gonna hold you.
O'Shea has been in the game for a long time. You know, and he's brought a lot of people on. But I still have to be. I'm like, hey, bro.
Yeah, you gotta speak true.
Too much.
Yeah, you gotta be true. And I never watched his channel. Only, you know, seeing a few things and stuff like that. If something maybe went very viral, but yeah, man, funny, man, and no hate on my end. All these people that made the reactions, no hate, but it's just like you put out some propaganda, man. You weren't formally aware of exactly what actually went down. But anyways, Chris, I appreciate the call in. Have a blessed one, brother. I'm gonna see if I can get some haters in here. Have some debates.
All right, now.
Peace. Safe. We got DJ Genesis Detroit sends in $2. So why haven't you married her yet? 2016 is 2024. Low IQ people. Real men don't operate based off your standards and what you deem to be right. Marriage is something that is biblical. The laws currently don't follow the biblical standards of marriage because women are incentivized to divorce a man. So when a man is making a decision about things, he's going to make that decision with reason and logic, not with emotion. So, yeah. Yeah, talking silly, man. Brian C. sends in $5. Can you speak on the popular belief that you don't like or you don't date black women? Oh yeah, for sure. I've dated black women for sure, man. Bro, my daughter is black. like what? Like nigga, like what did you guys are talking about? Like my daughter, she's mixed, but she's black. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, I've dated black women. Any person that only dates outside their race, they have a problem. They have a problem with self-hate, and they're probably a little racist against their own race. So yeah, don't be like one of those type of guys that only date outside your race. The thing is, white people are 60% of the population, and I think black people are like 15, 20% of the population. So it's more probable for someone to date out their race anyway, because there's more white people. So even with people coming over from other countries, the probability is higher of them to date a white person anyway, just because there's more white people. There's more white chicks. Stop being racist. Like, that's the thing. A lot of you people in the chat, the new people in the chat, it's a lot of hatred that you have in your heart, and you should relinquish that because it's not going to serve you any good. Hating on other people, it will not serve you any good. We got Eric iTone sends in $5. Okay, did you gain full custody of your daughter before or after you got with your woman? It makes a difference. Bro, I've had full custody of... Y'all got to watch the full episodes, bro. I had full custody of my daughter ever since she was about 3 or 4 years old. So it was before we met.